All right, good morning, guys. Happy A Day. So it says true or false. We're on lesson 5. Just so you guys know, starting on lesson 5, all of our practice problems and exit tickets are going to be on a Google form, so that then I can send it back to you and you can redo it if you need to. So it says to decide whether each statement is true or false. Now, this is the square root of 5. We're taking a square root and we're squaring it. So when we do that, the square root symbol comes off and it is equal to 5. So that one is true. What do you think about the second one? So the square root of 9 squared. Well, again, when we square a square root, the square root thing comes off. So that would be 9 is equal to 3. That is false. Another way you could look at it is the square root of 9 is 3. 3 squared is 9, not 3. So 7 equals the square root of 7 squared. Well, that's true. Because when you square a square root, the square root goes away. What about this one here? So the square root of 10 squared is equal to 100. It is false, okay? Because you square a square root, it goes away. 10 does not equal 100. This one's different. So I had to go through these and I had to look and see. So square root of 16 is, what times itself is 16? 4 equals 2 squared, 4. So this one is true. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's look at 5.2. It says, what two whole numbers does each square root lie between? Be prepared to explain your reasoning. Now, I had told you all before, those of you that have come, I'm fixing that, trying. Those of you that have come and talked to me during our Google Meet sessions, this is kind of how I showed you how I like to look at it. I could put square root of 7 here, and I can go this way and that way. Square root of 7, square root of 8, square root of 9. Well, the square root of 9 is a perfect square. That's 3. I can go this way. Square root of 6, square root of 5, square root of 4, which is 2. So this square root is between 2 and 3. Okay? I'd say it's closer, because see how far it is away from 9. It's closer to 3. Okay? All right, turn the page. All right, square root of 23. So I'll do this one with you, and then I'll have you do the next two on your own. So square root of 23, square root 24, square root 25. So it's between 5. And then if we go this way, you can go on and on and on. You're going to go to square root of 16, which is 4. So you're between 4 and 5. Okay, go ahead and do the next two. And I pause the video so you can work on the next two. And then I will do the next two with you. So please make sure you do the next two on your own. Alrighty, so square root of 50. Well, square root of 49, square root of 50. Square root of 49 is 7. And then we know that the next one is going to be 8, which is square root of 64. So this one's between 7 and 8. 98, well, square root of 98, square root of 99, square root of 100 is 10. So on the other side of that's going to be square root of 81, which is 9. So 9 and 10. Awesome. Okay. Solutions on a number line. So I'd like you to try to take a look at this first, and I want you to try to do it on your own first. Do it in pencil. so that then if you mess it up, it's okay, you can go back and fix it. So try this on your own, pause the video, and then we will continue. So pause the video, please try this on your own first. All right, so you should have tried this on your own. It says plot X, Y, and Z on the number line. Be prepared to share your reasoning with the class. Well, we're going to talk about it together. All right, the first one I'm going to do is this one. Because it's a perfect square root. The square root of 16 is, so what times what is 16? It is 4. So I'm going to put a dot there, and I'm going to put Y above it so I know it's Y. Now, this one then is the square root of 3, and this one's the square root of 30. All right, so let's start with X, the square root of 3. So I'm going to write that over here, square root of 3. Okay, so square root of 4, square root of 2, square root of 1. Okay, here it is. It's between 1 and 2, but it's closer to 2. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to put X by it. If you guys can hear that, my dogs are fighting on the floor. I'm not crazy. Okay? All right. Now, for Z, square root of 30. So, square root of 30. That's between 5 and 6. But, gosh, it's so I want you to be able to see. It's between 5 and 6. 6 is the square root of 36. And 5 is the square root of 25. So, it's 5 away from here and 6 away from here. So it's just barely closer to 5. So right about there, let's say. That's Z. Good. Now the next one. Now this is the first time we're seeing this. Plot the negative square root of 2. So that means we're going to go on the negative side. Now the good news is the negative's on the outside of the square root sign. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be able to do that yet, okay? So, let's talk about the square root of 2. Okay, well, we have the square root of 1, which is negative 1. And then we have like the negative square root of 3, negative square root of 4, which is negative 2. So it's between these two, but it's closer to negative 1. So we're going to plot it right here. And I'm going to plot negative square root of 2. Since it doesn't really tell us it's like X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Okay? All right. Any questions, please make sure that you send me an email. I would be happy to help you. Also, please do make sure that you read the Lesson 5 summary. They might explain something in there a little bit different than I do, and it might help you. It also does talk about here, many calculators have a square root command, which makes it simple to find an approximation. On my calculator, there's a square root button right here. So on mine, I would type in 81 square root, and it would give it to me. Okay? Other calculators are different. If you need help with your calculator, please let me know. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and hopefully you come to the Google Meet tomorrow at noon. Have a great day. Bye.